Hey guys, and welcome back to part 8 of I Know Why Your Results Might Suck. Okay, so up until now we've got you real clear of what it is that you want, why you want it, and then are you willing to take those steps to get it. And then we started to discuss some of the simpler areas of nutrition and hydration. But now we want to go a little bit deeper. What I will say at this point is, if you've not covered those videos yet, I highly recommend you go back and do that. It's really important. There's no point in looking into the more detailed and complicated advanced stuff until you've got the basics right. Okay, so honestly, please go back if you've not done those yet. If you have, great, carry on. So now we're going to start to look at more of the deeper areas. So more of looking at your body and your health from a physiological perspective. Okay, the first of three, because there's going to be three parts to this. The first one is your gut health. Okay, really important part of your body. Now, a lot of people don't talk about this, certainly trainers, because they probably don't really know about it too much. It's not something that they're taught. This is something that I know a little bit about now, purely because I've been through it. You know, some of you will be aware that I've gone through a process because my gut health wasn't as good as it should have been. So I worked closely alongside a functional nutritionist to help repair and heal my gut, and then also I learned a hell of a lot, you know, in the process. So that's why, if people are willing, I will help them with this really important area too, because it will change your life. So gut health, this could get really complicated, but I'm going to keep this as simple and as short as it could be. When it comes to you getting results, whether you want to lose weight, you're just trying to be healthier, you're being stronger, you want to live longer, and if you've got any kind of gut issue, symptom, it needs addressing. So put it simply, that could be a case of you feel some kind of digestive issue, some kind of bloating, some kind of pain in your gut at any point throughout the day. So if you wake up in the morning, your stomach's fairly flat, or it's as flat as it normally would be, and then you eat some food and you start feeling a little bit of discomfort or a bit of bloat, and your trousers or your skirt are starting to feel a little bit tight, you're getting some kind of reaction. Or maybe you can't sleep well. That could also become a gut issue. So there's loads of different things that we can look at. So bloatedness, tiredness, sluggishness, can't sleep very well, bad wind, you know, let's just say it as it is. If you can't concentrate, feel snappy at work, or maybe you are always hungry and you've got a lot of food craving issues. These are all major signs if you've got some kind of gut issue. Okay, it's nothing to be worried about, it's nothing to be scared of, it's just bringing awareness to start, and then what do I need to do to take action on it. Now, just a few little key things just to sort of get out of the way, just to help you bring some awareness. Now, there's a thing called dysbiosis. This is a case of how much good bacteria do I have against bad bacteria in my gut. The more bad you have, obviously, the worse it gets. So what we want to do is quite simply bring that balance, bring that ratio back into your favour. Okay, Another thing, we talk about neurotransmitters. Again, let's keep this simple. Just treat them as chemical messengers from the brain. Now, these kind of help you do what it is that you need to do every day. Now, the same neurotransmitters that are found in the brain are also found in the gut. This is a really, really interesting thing, because if you want to treat your gut well, you need to do exactly what you would do with your head. Now, if you had a headache, you probably wouldn't ignore it, would you? You wouldn't, because it would do your head in, you'd lose concentration, and you'd probably feel pain. So you normally do something to get rid of, those effects. So if you've experienced some kind of bloat, just for example, in your gut, why leave it? It's exactly the same sort of thing as you trying to address a headache. It's just that people aren't aware of this stuff. They don't know what to do. So that's just another thing to be aware of. And another thing, 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. Now let's think about that one. If you're someone who struggles with a bit of illness, you pick up lots of colds and coughs and things like that, it's a real big sign that your immune system ain't happy. Now, it's not that you hang around people who are ill, or you keep picking up colds through germs. It's because your immune system can't combat it. Now, that all comes down to how your immune system is living in your gut. So if you have a healthy environment in your gut, you're going to have a healthier immune system. So just another thing to be aware of, if you keep picking up little sniffles, colds and coughs, that's a massive, massive sign that you need to look at your gut health. Okay, if we go a little bit deeper, we can start talking about actual issues we call SIBO, S-I-B-O, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. This is where we can go back to things like the dysbiosis and how much good bacteria and bad bacteria you have. There's LIBO, large intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And then there's things we can get through issues with our liver. So our liver is heavily linked with the gut. Okay, if you've got poor liver function, you're not going to process or digest your fats very well. Again, that's another problem. So I don't want to go too deep on these things, but just bring a little bit of awareness that, hey, this stuff's really, really important, and it's stuff that I can help you with. But I only help people with this if they want it, because it gets a little bit complicated and they do need to concentrate and take some action on it. But if you want to keep things a little bit simple, and you want to improve your digestion, you want to improve your gut, digestion starts at the mouth, not the gut. When we think about food, if you think about your favourite food now, think about a cake, pudding, anything like that, you probably start to bring a little bit of saliva into your mouth. That's enzymes starting to be produced. Your brain has done what it needs to do. So the digestion starts in the mouth. So what I often find and see in people is that they eat their food too quick. They chomp it down like a seagull at the seaside. A couple of chews and then wallop, straight it goes down into the stomach. That's not good, because if you've got big chunks of food in your stomach, you can't digest it very well. If you can't digest it very well, you can't extract the nutrients. If you can't extract the nutrients, your brain is not going to be happy, and it's going to tell you to eat more food. This is where a lot of food craving issues start coming into play, and overeating. So you can start to see that food cravings and overeating is nothing to do with the fact that you're a big fat pig, but there is something else happening. You're not extracting the nutrients that you need from your food. It starts at the mouth. Now there's a few other steps that we need to take after that, but that's where it starts. So what you can start to do now to keep this real simple is chew your food more. be more mindful when you eat. If you're rushing on the go, you're trying to text and eat, you're on the computer, you're at work, you're not doing your gut health any favours. So if you're struggling to lose weight, this is a real good place to start. Slowing down, slow your life down, slow your eating down. Digestion starts in the mouth. And then if this has ticked a few boxes and raised your awareness a little bit, and you're like, some of that could be me, and I can tell you it will be, it was most people, reach out, ask me. We have a bigger assessment that we could do to see exactly what it probably is that you might be struggling with. But that's up to you. The invite is there if you need some more help on your gut health. Don't be embarrassed about it. I've been there, I've done it. It's the best thing I ever did. Speak to you in part 9.